Hello everyone and welcome back to Sworn. You guys have been asking for a guide for the most broken build. I've had messages on videos, live streams, even some emails about it. So this is going to be the guide for how to pull it off. You're going to start with Monk, Chimes. Ornamental note here on your heavy attack is important. Your light attack flip does not really matter. Just take whichever one you want. The only time I really use the light attack is early on if there's a heavy blessing seal. You can pick whatever spell you want. They don't really matter either. What does matter is that you grab the Oberon potion. We are on Sovereign. And jump into the game. You'll clear your first room. Pop the Oberon potion. Skip some dialogue that you've probably seen a bunch of times if you're on Sovereign. And we are looking for Tempest Strike. Your heavy attack gives you a stack of Fury on hit and damage bonus per Fury stack. We got lucky and got an uncommon here. Not a big deal either way. After that, just pick the room that makes the most sense for your corruptions, really. I'll take this one. As you clear rooms, you want to look for a second Oberon. A banner would also be good, but we need a second blessing from Oberon, so there's no reason not to take this other than the heavy attack seal, which makes it a little more difficult, but it saves us a potential reroll use on the banner. Once the room is clear, grab the... Wow. That's... Okay, that's interesting. Double legendaries, but not actually what we're looking for, unfortunately. Swift Killer is very tempting. Very tempting. In fact, we're going to grab it. It's not part of the core build, but it's tough to pass up on the extra damage. Definitely make use of shops along the way. Blood Meditation is exactly what we're looking for. Your Fury attacks, build up flow. Flow build up per hit, 10%. Each hit counts as 3. 4 actually with the pass through. So we build up pretty fast and we stack Fury pretty fast. We're going to leave the East fights and Night fights in the video so you can kind of have a damage check. We were not lucky enough to get our Sword in the Stone prior to the Beast fight, but that's okay. If you got your Sword in the Stone upgrade first, you want to go Grazioso, and this fight is probably already over for you. I watched the wrong creature. Get the heal, get your Sword in the Stone. As I said, whether you got it before the Beast fight or after, what you really want is Grazioso. Reverberate is not bad either, but that's your second choice. Grazioso is worth re-rolling for. Heavy attack homes in on the nearest foe, damage increase 50%. This changes your early game and really builds you into the late game. Early game horns, you do want to stack damage on your Tempest Strike. It's going to come in really handy later on. Once you have flow, you need Babbed. And we got lucky and got her here. We also want to get something from Gog. So it's tempting to grab him now. In fact, we're going to do just that. This is not necessarily the order you want to do this in. I'm just going to throw him on my spell. Grab the Shadow Mirror here, because this is going to be huge for us. Skip Lancelot for now. We don't need him at this point in time. And then keep moving forward with the chambers. We're getting ready to go into the night fight. So a quick check here. We've got Tempest Strike up to level 6. Swift Killer gives us a damage increase when we dash. This can be any sort of damage increase is fine. Onslaught that gives you more stacks of Fury is fantastic. Getting Babbed would be fantastic too, but we opted to grab Mighty Flourish from Gog so that we can just focus on Babbed in the next stage and hopefully get Bone Collector for damage scaling as well as Channel Darkness for the build. This fight should go pretty good. Yeah, we're doing pretty good chunks of damage. I could get through there. Messed up my timing on that one. And the fight's over. Damage is doing well. If you can pull off Channel Darkness already, then this fight is a breeze. The only thing that's going to happen now is I'm going to swap out potions, get my heal, take the Babbed potion. I will do this if you're just looking to beat Sovereign. Don't worry about the Lancelot stuff. Just kill Arthur. I'm going to do this and take the fight all the way to Morgana. But you don't need to. And then we're just going to continue onwards from here. We got lucky and got a Babbed blessing as a reward for a room. We're just going to throw her on our light attack. As I said, the spell and the light attack don't really matter. They're just kind of there to give you the spots for the blessings that you need. And we will actually go to the shop just in case we can get another Babbed or Oberon blessing here, and see if we can pull off. We got both. Increase the duration of your flow is fantastic. Torrential Flood is a low duration increase, 50% is huge. We'll take it. Channel Darkness. Our build just got online, and we still have plenty of room to go. Fantastic shop for us. We haven't really gotten anything else going for us until we got to the Beast Room. We have our level 1 Shadow Touch, which is meaningless. Our level 6 Tempest Strike, which is our main method of attack. Mighty Flourish, level 1. The Hollow Pitch and Ornamental Note. Only the Ornamental Note really matters. Swift Killer, level 1. Blood Meditation. We do have the Cloak and Dagger, which is huge. You know, chance for a second of 40% chance to evade damage when we backstab. 50% flow, duration increase, and of course, Channel Darkness. Do our damage check here. It is the little guy. Oh. Getting a little too overzealous with my dodging. But it's over. Gog. We really want to focus on Babbed right now. So we're going to go here. Gog could give us Bone Collector, but so could Bab. Keep in mind I went Banner because we do still have the Bab potion active there at the bottom of the screen. So we know we will get her. None of these are really what we're looking for. We will reroll. We got Bone Collector, so we will grab that for our damage scaling. Bone Collector gives us 1% damage increase for each foe we kill after getting it, until we get up to the cap at 100%. We got lucky. We got a Fae Realm here. Got another banner from clearing this room. And we got Babbed. We are looking for none of these. One more. Bloody Stabs is incredible. Backstabs inflict bleed, which cause hemorrhaging at 10 stacks. So we will take that, but we are actually looking for, I think it's called Deadly Precision, which lets you backstab from the sides instead of just the back. And it increases your backstab damage. This is a Morgana, so this could be a serious damage increase for us if we can get it on our heavy attack. You can tell it's Morgana because the ring around the arrow is pink. Don't forget while you're running around the Fae Realm, whether it's Morgana or Merlin, if you have Bone Collector going, you can charge up off these guys up to 15. So you want to make sure you kill at least 15 of them. If you have Death Tax from Lou, you can actually farm up gold off these guys pretty much infinitely. Power up Greed. Greed is also a good way to scale damage for this build. And pretty much every build. A few more. That might have been 15 there. We'll see if we get the icon above their head. We did not, so this is maxed out. Let's see what we got for choices here. Heavy attack is stronger, but you take more damage from all sources. We're gonna do it. 40% more damage, but we take 30% more. Might be a little rough, but I don't want to waste my reroll, and this is the one that helps us. Gold or a horn, we'll take the gold. We're coming to the shop. I forgot that we'd already seen Lancelot, so that was an error on my part there. We're going to grab a heal, and then we're going to save our gold and go into the night fight. We could spend one more chunk. We really need Deadly Precision to get this build going a little bit better. Other than that, though, we're doing really well. That's the night fight. Done and over. We don't really have any potions that help us specifically. We could grab Lou just for a collector, maybe into Greed if we get lucky, and just double up on our damage scaling. But yeah, we've got everything we want here. We'll grab this for no reason. And we'll get our next Sword in the Stone. Hopefully, Reverb, I believe it is. All right, let's test our luck with our one reroll. We got lucky. Reverberate. Heavy attack bounces and explodes a second time. This with homing and our damage scaling, fury stacking, backstabbing, it's pretty ridiculous. Oh, this is fantastic too. So we will definitely go for another Babbed here. All right, let's see if our luck holds. It did not, but Shady Business helps with the hemorrhaging damage. So we can just go ahead and take that. Hemorrhaging an enemy now sends shades to attack nearby enemies and deals a bonus damage of 35. Not ideal, but it's extra damage for a build. And that's all that really matters at this point anyway. Free gold. Corner shop. We go shop. We still have to buy the gold gem. Again, if you are just trying to beat Sovereign, don't worry about Lancelot and the gems. 300 gold is a big ask. Swift Killers increases movement speed. That's the best option out of these, in my opinion. Dash leaves a shade. Our companion is a shadowkin. We'll take the extra movement speed. And we will move on. If you are doing Lancelot and Morgana's realm, well, then you have to do this part too. But our damage is already pretty ridiculous. We two-shot him. 2.5 to 3-shot him. This build is a monster. And we're now on to the beast fight. So, damage check time. Still level 1 on Shadow Touch, level 6 on Tempest Strike. Level 1, Mighty Flourish. Again, they're just there as placeholders. Swift Killers, level 1. Flood Meditations, level 1. Torrential Flood for increased duration of flow. Channel Darkness. Bone Collectors at 81%. That's 81% extra damage. Backstabs inflict bleed. Vulnerable Might's the extra 40% damage we have. And Shady Business for hemorrhaging. Did I say Bloody Stabs? Wasn't Bloody Stabs? Yeah, Bloody Stabs. Alright. Damage check on the beast fight. Got a feeling this is going to go pretty fast. As soon as we get into... it's over. That was the beast fight. As soon as backstab starts going, the fight is over. The rooms are going so quick at this point, I could probably just stop cutting. Aura surrounds you to cause enemy to... Okay. Your shades cause bleed on hit is actually pretty good since we have the other one that causes our shades to attack when we cause an enemy to bleed or to hemorrhage. We don't have the gold for the shop. There's no reason to go there. We'll go get some health for pretty much the first time on this run. With that, we're on to the night fight. I did get some level ups on Tempest Strike. That's now level 8. Approaching Storm. Bloody Shadows. Should work with... Oh, we have Bloody Stabs, so our backstabs inflict bleed. Shady Business. Hemorrhaging an enemy now sends shades to attack nearby enemies. And then... Bloody Shadows. Your shades cause bleed on hit. Everything else has stayed the same. Let's go try this out. And that's the night fight over. Like I said, the build is ridiculous, even on Sovereign. So we're just going to grab Berserker Brew for movement and attack speed. Take a heal that doesn't matter. Stick with what we got. It's working for us. One shot puts us in a flow. Look at the damage stacking. It's absurd. And with that, we're on to the knights. Obviously, we're still chasing one ability from Babbed. So we're going to try to get both banners that appear. So that banner gave us Oberon and a legendary ebb and flow. 20% per second. We'll grab it. All right, another banner. Let's see what we got.
Will you bleed, abomination, or will you crumble?
We got Babbed. And we got Deadly Precision. 20% extra bonus damage on our backstabs, and they can backstab from the side. We're at the shop. Nothing really amazing. We could grab this, hope for a damage shield. Oh, we got Berserker. We'll take that this time. Grab the health upgrade. We'll grab a heal. I took some dumb damage against the knights. Yeah. And we go against Arthur. Again, if you're just looking to beat Sovereign, you didn't collect the gems, beating Arthur should be a breeze at this point. Bone Collector's maxed out, so we're dealing double damage. Fury builds up our damage. We backstab once we get into flow. Flow adds additional damage through backstab. Backstab adds bleed, which adds hemorrhage. He's already dead. Phase 1's over. Phase 2 is over. I took some dumb damage. It's really hard not to just base tank a little bit when you're dealing this kind of damage. It's really hard to keep your play level up. Oops. That's the dragon over. Ridiculous damage. And then we're going on into the Grail. Again, if you just need to beat Sovereign, congratulations, you've gotten there. If you want to follow along for the rest of this, let's go take on Morgana. All right, I took on a very stupid room. Heavy attack seal, major foe, but it was for a banner, so. All right, wow me, Babbed. I mean, I guess we'll take a legendary Shadowkin. I mean, they cause bleed, right? The shades, so. And then we'll get Sword in the Stone, and we will cross our fingers that our luck stays with us, because there's one more heavy attack blessing we could get from Sword in the Stone, and we have no rerolls. So let's hope. All right, cross your fingers. We actually got it. Unbelievable. Jitterbug, your heavy attack fires 3 light notes in random directions when it explodes. Alright, we're at the final shop before Morgana. We got lucky, there's an Oberon blessing here. We could get an increase to our Fury stacks, that would be fantastic. No, not quite. We'll just take Fury attacks, emit Chain Lightning. I mean, whenever you enter flow, launch whirlwinds in all directions. I guess I've never taken it before. We'll just take that. Grab our heals. And go find out how much damage we can do. Jeez. Actually, we should take one last look here. Level 1 on Shadow Touch. Also an uncommon. Level 8, Tempest Strike uncommon. Mighty Flourish, level 1 uncommon. Thing from the Dark, legendary, level 1. The Hollow Pitch and Ornamental Note. Again, Hollow Pitch doesn't really matter. Unless it might affect the ability we got on our third Sword in the Stone. Swift Killer, legendary. 25% increase when we dash to our damage. Blood Meditation, still level 1. Grazioso, Cloak and Dagger, Torrential Flood, Channeled Darkness. During flow, your attacks with Fury effects can backstab. Bone Collector, maxed out 100%. Bloody Stabs, your backstabs inflict bleed. Vulnerable Might increases our heavy attack damage. Reverberate bounces, our heavy attack bounces and explodes a second time. Shady Business, hemorrhaging an enemy now sends shades. I don't believe that actually attacks the enemy that's hemorrhaging. Increase the team's movement speed, Swift Killers, Berserker. Approaching Storm, damage per nearby enemy plus 12.5%. Your shades cause bleed on hit. Ebb and Flow, legendary, 20% per second. Deadly Precision gives us a 20% damage bonus to our backstab. Jitterbug, and finally, Last Wind, because I had not taken it before. Wow, they're doing over 100 damage a hit. It's pretty good, actually. These fights, boss fights, go pretty fast. So if you're wondering just how strong this build is, oh, we're in a bad spot for this. First stage is dead. Second stage is dead. And that's the end. Seriously, beating Arthur with this build, as long as you can get it online, is a breeze, even on Sovereign, as long as you're careful about the room selection. The room selection can obviously destroy any run, but you'll kill enemies so fast that the corruptions on the knights and the beast fights don't play that big of a role. Wasn't even my highest damage that I've done, but man, does that build a lot of fun. So hopefully this guide helps you. If you're new to the game and you're struggling with Sovereign, give it a try. If you're a pro of the game and you just haven't given it a run, give it a go. It's still a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. Hope this guide helped. Like, comment, subscribe. It helps me out. And like always, guys, we appreciate you.